among the high pines of southern Georgia. Today, it's Spokane Velocity making the long haul down into the heart of the Southland to test the knuckles against South Georgia Tormenta as we turn toward the heavy-hitting end of this USL League One season. And here's how the table's shaking out to date, kids. Charlotte Independence at the top side of things as these results compile all the numbers from yesterday's game. This one delayed from yesterday due to rain being played in this Sunday matinee. For Spokane Velocity and South Georgia Tormenta in the 8 and the 9 spot. Important to note, though, 4 more games played in the league this year for the southern side, South Georgia Tormenta, and only 1 point clear. These points, such a premium commodity in this one. And here's a player that might help South Georgia get those 3 points. It's Sebastian Vivas, the guy who gets the goals for Ian Cameron and co. The side from Statesboro has certainly appreciated the contribution this man has mustered this year. 9 goals in all competitions. In his first season playing outside of Argentina and in the USL League One Team of the Week this past week, he's converting about 30% of his shots in league play, a blistering mark for a true number 9, in which he is certainly. On the other side of things, it's Masongo Akali turning heads and quickly making an impact in this Spokane Velocity side. 3 goals plus assists in the last 3 games, and a player that's immediately made an impact after being signed mid-season to help out with this Spokane attack. Scored that absolute banger last weekend against Charlotte Independence, and a player very familiar with this South Georgia area with his brother Mukweli, a standout in the last couple of seasons for Tormenta. We're ticking down to kickoff. Fans on hand with bated breath. They've waited for this one. They'll get what they asked for in this Sunday service episode of USL League One play. Coming up with that when we come back.
I need to try it first.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lake from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
At Savannah Hilton Head International, you can choose from 11 different airlines, including Southwest Airlines, Breeze Airways, and Avelo Airlines. With up to 70 daily nonstop departures and over 30 nonstop destinations, Savannah Hilton Head International gives you more choices for a travel plan that fits your needs. Savannah Hilton Head International. Visit flysav.com.
On a Sunday, glad to have you with us here in Statesboro, Georgia, as Spokane Velocity comes to town to tangle in this contest that we had to wait for. They say anything good in life is worth doing that waiting. We hope that's the case today as we look at the team sheets for these two sides. And for Ian Cameron and company, a two-striker approach in this one as Ashmere Spangler is introduced for this squad. Vivas next to him. And in midfield, it's the guy that turns the screws, as always, Pedro Fonseca, worthy of your attention for sure. On the other side of things for Leigh Wiedemann and Spokane, a team that's been playing a 3-4-3 as of late, but shuffling the deck a bit for this game. It's going to be Masango Akali up top next to Josh Doling. Kermarny Smith introduced back into the team today after not starting the last 12, and Ahmed Longmire not available for the squad in this one. We've seen him a lot in a back three at center back this season. All eyes to the center circle. We're about ready to square off. Underway in Statesboro. There's an old song by Blind Willie McTell about the Statesboro Blues. Spokane Velocity hoping that's not a feeling they feel here today on a Sunday. Ball in mid-park and appears to belong to Spokane. Throwing to come for South Georgia Tormenta. Both these teams struggling for success in recent weeks. It was a hot start for Spokane, but they've not won, but only one game in their last 8. South Georgia riddled with injuries. That's also been the story for Spokane this year, and two sides just looking to find a little bit of rhythm. Ramos and Callum Stretch, who gets a start today after missing the last couple of games in the starting 11. Kilwine and Fonseca. Screwing ball that's picked off by Masango Akali. Brooks Thompson away. South Georgia Tormenta in the build-up to this one. Manager Ian Cameron was intent on setting up the right pressing triggers, making sure that Spokane were uncomfortable on the ball and losing the dogs early on, as you see several players converging wherever the ball lands in the back line. Cameron Miller finally with some time to plow it downfield. Into the path of Waldeck, well covered. And it's out for a goal kick. Good defending there by Joshua Ramos. Ramos on the turn, Spangler. Fonseca. This is tidy passing from South Georgia. Stubborn defending though by Spokane. It's a well-layered pass into the path of Vivas. And a switching ball to boot. And it's airmailed and picked off. And swept downfield. On for Louis Heel. Arriving is Akale. Jack Denton.
Jack, come back out. Jack, come back out here, Jack. Come back out. Wider, wider, wider.
South Georgia doing a really good job of walling off Andre Lewis in that first phase of build-up so far. Lewis, such a key ingredient in terms of his progression, ball carriage in midfield. One of the team leaders in final third entries so far this season, the Jamaican.
Come on, Jack. Drive, come. Bait him in, Cad, bait him in.
Wide for Denton. Akali for a touch. A neat turn from Denton, works out of trouble. And a hard tackle in mid-park. No whistle. A little get back there in midfield from Aaron Walker. Makes his first start with South Georgia Tormenta here today after being signed only a couple weeks ago. Had his debut in the last game. Walker, a veteran in the league for certain. Plenty of experience over the last couple of seasons with Greenville Triumph. Ramos perusing in. Ian Cameron talked a lot about trying to get this team into tight spaces as they dump the ball in behind. Spokane able to deal with the danger. Brought back in tow by Daniel Steedman. But in the words of Cameron, this is a team that's best whenever they're able to connect. As that shot's flared away off the post. Turning in behind was Niall Watson, and the flag's up offside. And moving quickly, Spokane velocity is Pedro Fonseca spikes the heart rate early. Player that's not been shy to shoot this year, 2 goals and an assist in the last 3 games for him. Certainly filled up with confidence in that sizzling run of form. Showed itself in that attempt. Dribble the line, throwing to come. Finishing the point, though, before being so rudely interrupted by Pedro Fonseca. Ian Cameron wanted to get this team playing closer together, a little bit more congested to allow their technical quality to show. Felt like games have gotten stretched and gotten away from them this season. That's been their Achilles heel. Look for them to try and interplay throughout the course of this contest. Akali. Ushered away. This is Andre Lewis. And well read. Fonseca latching on. Whirring away is Spangler, a well-tuned ball. Sebastian Vivas, and just pushed wide. Brooks Thompson does just about enough. As South Georgia Tormenta come ever so closer once more. Already 2 real chances the first 8 minutes or so, and here's another look. Vivas just finding the soft spot there and getting a shot away. And it's a corner kick coming. 6 set-piece goals this year for Tormenta, is the second most in the league as they set up most of their bodies at the edge of the 18. Ball in, within swing, and killed off by the whistle. Spokane would love to have a little bit of time on the ball Take some of the juice out of this Tormenta side, who clearly set the alarm clock early. They've been up for this, even with the AM kickoff. It's important to note, Spokane Velocity making this cross-country travel as Lewis works himself into a good spot to deliver downfield. The body clock pretty early for Spokane as this game kicks off at 8 a.m. local time in Washington. Waldeck and Akale. Well tackled. And stabbing in there is Josh Ramos. Keeping their foot on the gas of those Spokane. Lewis swept wide. Waldeck with time. Waldeck with swerve. Back post ball. Skips away. Still there. All the way wide. Masongo Akale, another great tackle, this time by Spangler. Does even better to keep it in. And he wins the whistle. You wondered how these two teams might respond heading into this one, having to put it back in the barn and wait for this game to happen today after the rain delay yesterday, but it's been a hot start so far, already starting to bubble up. Shaping to shoot there was Kermani Smith. Shot was blocked. This high press making it really hard on Tormenta early on. Spangler, a skidding ball wide. Onto its kill line and grazed out for another corner. You see it all unfold there in that sequence. So difficult to get out of their own end right now for Tormenta, but when they do, there's a lot of space to play into. As soon as they crossed over the midway line, we're able to progress the ball out for a corner pretty quickly there. In by Steedman. Out by Lodge. Shot from range, and it finds Peters. What a hit! Aaron Walker, the hometown hero, hammers through and delivers the lead for Tormenta. What a strike from Aaron Walker. His first start with the club in that zone 14 area. Dialed it up and unable to see it until it was all too late. Brooks Thompson. What a wonderful goal. And all to do now for Spokane. Coming off a game in which they conceded 4 against Independence, matched the most that they've allowed in this version campaign for them, their first season in professional play. And it looks like offense could be on the cards again here today. pushed down the line. And knocked out of touch. Waldeck to take. They'll do it again. Skyscraping switch, just nodded back to the goalkeeper. Drew Romeg gets his first touch at feet, an area where Ian Cameron said he excels as a player. Romeg getting the last couple starts with an injury to starter Ford Parker. Whistle comes in midfield, foul given. The goal scorer, Aaron Walker.
Can you keep it?
Ramos takes it down. Leaves Waldeck in his wake. And misreads the pass. Just left it behind Fonseca. As Andre Miller retreated into the frame, and flaring forward now is Masango Akali. Callum stretching his sights. Akali. Back post ball. Heel. Hangs it over the goal. You see the direct nature and the absolutely incandescent pace of Masango Akali as he raced away down the line. He'll just not tall enough to reach that and put it on target.
Change the pitch up forward. Just offside. Change the pitch up. Change the pitch up. I'll get closer to him if we go. Up we go.
Lodge goes over the back. This is a Spokane side that features some imposing figures in the back line. Lodge at 6'5", Cameron Miller 6'4". Lodge last year in the USL Championship with Las Vegas Lights actually was tied for the league lead and headed goals for them in his action last season in the Sin City. Tormenta finding the rhythm. Held up by Fonseca. And dug out by Akali. Away goes Spokane. Luis Heel. Spinning a ball forward. It's a poor touch at the back. Smith is in. Pushing it around the keeper. Kermarni Smith. Andre Miller. What a block that is. Heroic defending from Tormenta. And they bound to the other end. Spangler flying high.
No foul, no foul. Double.
Held up now Fonseca. All the way wide. Back into the box. Fonseca! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Teeth gritting defending turns to pure smiles on the offensive ends. Fonseca, then Vivas, and then Fonseca again. Sensational service into the box. And the key man, 4th South Georgia Tormenta, send the home side soaring 2-0 ahead. Vivas a goal earlier, an assist now. Fonseca with 3 goals in his last 4 games. And with Tormenta at their best, those two gentlemen, absolutely the driving force. And the task grows taller for Spokane Velocity. It's a side capable of scoring goals for certain, 14 of them in 10 league games, but hard to imagine this start being much worse for them. Back to Lodge. Swirled into the center heel. And Spangler clears. And Spangler grabs hold, and Spangler is chopped down from behind. It's the first caution of the match, a yellow card. That's shown to Josh Doling.
In the 21st minute of play, yellow card issued to Spokane Velocity FC number 9, Josh Doling.
Just looked like he stumbled Spangler, Josh Doling did. Just got a piece of him as Spangler was rushing away, and that stops a promising attack. An easy yellow card for the center official. Igor Bike is the man with that whistle today. Andrew Charon, Steve Faria, the linesman for this contest. Fourth official is Amin Hadzic. Tormenta hungry for more. Onto it's Watson. Wriggling away. Watson still. And just goaded away. Derek Waldeck dealing with the danger. Out for a throw-in. Goals so far from Aaron Walker and Pedro Fonseca. The point of difference, thusly, if you're just now joining us, this early Sunday morning contest between Spokane Velocity and South Georgia Tormenta. Far-flung ball that's sniffed out by Ramos. Spangler threading through, and just ahead of the oncoming man there, Niall Watson. Just look how compact right now Tormenta are. That first phase, totally willing to give up the flanks and allow Spokane to move the ball up the touch lines as long as it doesn't come through the middle. Onto it to Cully, connecting with Heel. Swished wide, Cromartie Smith, now Miller, stepping on the ball. Well-tuned pass and just flared over the bar. It was Andre Lewis who played this unlocking pass. And the final product just not there. Just once more, Spangler linking the play. He's been everywhere so far. On the team sheet as a 9, but certainly has played in deeper areas to this point in the game. Well tamed by Denton. Ahead to Andre Lewis. Flashing forward toward Akali. Too much carry. Drew Romig alert to the danger. Meeting the ball at the edge of the area.
Stay with the play! Stay with the play! Stay with the play.
Launching downfield and headed back toward the goalkeeper, Brooks Thompson. Jack Denton. Scooped up onto the chest of Smith. Tormenta unable to get rid. Crunching tackle comes in. And it's a goal kick.
As wide as possible. Should have half and half. Stay offside. Stay offside. Stay offside. Up. Hey! Go! Here! Oh no! Challenge is now. Run off him! Run off him! Run off him! He's on your right! Yeah! There, go! Drive! Right, Salah! Push it tight! Come on! Yeah! Come on, double! Get it!
This is Ashmir Spangler. Ducking and diving and driving in field, fighting off a tackle. But ultimately, it's Cameron Miller coming away smiling there. And right down to the other end, flag down for now. It's Josh Doling wrapping around the keeper and palmed away. Top class goalkeeping from Drew Romig, who went low and did brilliantly there in the one-on-one. This is just great technique from the goalkeeper, staying big, and a fine reaction from him. And it's a corner to come. With outswing from Louis Heel. Team high, 3 assists on the year. And that one's underbaked. Heel again, this time from deeper. Same result. Jack Denton. And Lodge, and all the way wide. Javier Martin Heel in a tight little triangle on that side. You see Masango Akali drifting over to find the ball. Initially saw Akali more so on the left side than what was projected, at least on the team sheet, as a 4-4-2 shape today for Spokane Velocity. It's been a very fluid setup for both teams so far. Smith. Looks like the wingers have traded places as that ball is shuffled out of touch by a well-covering Callum Stretch. Lewis at the byline. Ball smashed away. Miller and then Losh. Smith struggling to sort it out, but does. Swerves to the byline, pelts the ball into the box. And just leaned back into the path of Javier Martin Heel. This is the longest sustained spell of possession so far in the game for Spokane. And it comes to a close. Finally, the ball that goes astray. Doling hustling to keep it, and does. Things opening up. Masango Akali bright ideas, but couldn't burst through a cloud of defenders there. And Waldeck. Tormenta absorbing waves of pressure. Smith weaving by the tackle of Josh Ramos, and Ramos bites back, gives away the foul. And he goes in the book.
In the 30th minute, yellow card issued to Tormenta FC number 3, Josh Ramos.
Ramos toasted there by Smith, no other recourse but to take him down. And what could be a dangerous set piece presents itself for Spokane. Plenty of size to attack this for Spokane Velocity. Doling 6'2", of course the two big center backs up there. Miller 6'4", Losh 6'5", as we noted earlier. Carmarnie Smith over 6 foot as well. Andre Lewis just lurking around at the edge of the 18 unmarked. Played short, it is to Lewis. Andre Lewis through a crowd. Pinging around and falling out for Lewis to chase down. Vivas blew a tire there on the ball. All the way back to Brooks Thompson. And finally across the midfield line. Looks like the wingbacks have now traded places as Javier Martin Hill makes that run up the touch line. And the whistle goes. Free kick for Spokane. And a pause in play. Hydration break coming up on this humid day in the southern tip of Georgia. Good time to tell you whether you're a diehard soccer fan or just looking for a fun outing with your business. Tormenta FC offers something for everyone. What's better than enjoying the beautiful game with your favorite people by your side? Book your next group outing by going to tormentafc.com/groups. Spokane Velocity with a lot of thinking to do in this huddle. Lev Edman shuffled the team around a little bit today. Trying to change the tactical approach, a side that has had a little bit of success this season playing in a three-back system, controlling games, owning the ball. Has come undone a bit, though, in recent weeks. They've been conceding goals, Spokane, and back to the drawing board it was. This alignment has not worked much better. Conceding twice early. Once punctured by Aaron Walker at the top of the game, and then once more by Pedro Fonseca. On a beautifully shaped ball delivered in by Sebastian Vivas. That was Vivas' second assist of the year, his 11th goal contribution in all competitions. 5th goal of the campaign, scored by Pedro Fonseca. Aaron Walker making the impact in his first start with the side, just recently signed a couple weeks ago by South Georgia. Only played 31 minutes in his debut against Fuego in the last time out for Tormenta. The 8th oldest player Aaron Walker is in the league, the oldest on this side, but certainly looked ready to go from the outset as he brushed that ball from outside the area by the outstretched palm of Brooks Thompson. And it's all come good so far for the home side. You can imagine that Spokane will be on top of the ball for much of what's left in this contest. Highest possession share in the league so far today, averaging about 55% possession. Ironically, in the 3 games in which Spokane in the league has not had a positive amount of the possession of the ball, they've actually won all 3.
Kamani, all the way up, Kamani. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Take a couple. Just a little bit. Up.
See what the last 15 minutes of this half has to offer. Spokane can't cut the deficit.
Bait him in, Cam. Bait him in.
Shuttled into the path of Smith, who winds himself into the area and does just a little bit too much. It looked like he lost his balance at the pivotal moment.
But just make sure you're taking a glance to see if these girls drop dead, okay? Stay behind them. Hey, first and second, come on. Say about peel off, you've got players underneath.
Thumped away by Romig.
Off him, Kamani.
Taming touch by Heel. Well weighted pass wide. Akale connecting with Miller. Still Andre Miller. And just headed out of play by Luis Heel. As you hear the groan of Josh Ramos.
We've got to work hard on that first ball to retain. Hold good. In that moment, go more forward. Hit the drop. Retain. 3-4 quick pass.
And the booming voice of Ian Cameron instructing his side.
Everyone take a bit of responsibility at that end. Let's go.
Unmistakable, that accent.
Drew, look at the patch up. Yeah, 21. Good, big one. As you can. Slide. Don't even look at the ball line. Second! Like that.
Jack Denton. And back toward Lodge.
Face forward. Face.
Taming touch there from Josh Doling.
17 and 10 are going to peel out there.
Akale toying with his man. Leveraged in, down by Heel. Cromartie Smith. And just too much time to think.
Give it the dag. Get back in shape.
Another great ball forward, Smith. And the flag's up.
Harder. Push it that way. The next 5 minutes, everything's pushed that way. Come on, Ryan.
South Georgia sinking deeper and deeper. You'd imagine Ian Cameron might be a little bit less than content with how much pressure his side are absorbing. 2-0 to the good, far from home and hosed.
Sango, split Sango, have you stay. Everybody work hard on the ball. Go. Inside, Jack, 21. Go ahead. Down, Kamani.
Vivas on the turn.
Let him go inside, Kamani. Don't let him go inside. This way. Yeah, come on. Just protect the middle, Luis. We're not coming back. Stay with the play. Walk up. Nice punch. 21. Watch it.
Daniel Steedman. Making the run there was Niall Watson. Ramos looking him off.
Good, guys, good. Yeah, good, guys, well done. Come on, compact, stay compact. Armor up.
Jake Dangler and back to Drew Romig. Now Callum Stretch. Swung down the line. Bodies into the box for Tormenta as they charge the attacking ends. And too much to that. Final stages of this frame. One that's not been kind to Spokane Velocity. Taken down by Ramos. He swerves away and fair tackle. Ramos down as Spokane might have numbers if they go quickly. Intercepted by Killwine. Ramos back up. Brushing a ball into the box.
Come on, go. Stay inside, Josh. Go. There you go.
Cromartie Smith angling in. Met by Stretch. Still Smith. What a tackle that is. Had to be perfect, and it was. Callum Stretch take a bow. It looked like Smith had that extra step in. Stretch had to get it absolutely right, and he absolutely did. Another chance from the flag for Louis Hill. Towering header to get rid. And Spangler lifting one up across the field. Crashing to the other end. Fonseca. Avenues of attack opening to the back post now. Taken down. Vivas has a shot. Took a ricochet. And it's a grateful grab from Brooks Thompson. A peek back at this and some noble defensive effort from Spokane Velocity, as it just takes a clip off the studs of the defender and takes the sting right out of it. Spokane carry that momentum to the other ends. Akale. Poked away by Killwine. Now Stretch. Ramos.
Keep it going.
Now Watson trying to twist free. And Derek Waldeck unable to do so. Oh, bad giveaway here. Romig's out of goal. Now Watson can't ask any questions, though, the goalkeeper, as he plows it over the target. Brooks Thompson, who gave that ball away and was scrambling to get back in front of his own net. It easily could have been 3-0 there. Bouncer back to Miller. Now Waldeck. And Denton on the turn. Waiting on the board to go up, Akale. A feathery touch from him. Smith served in and booted clear by Josh Ramos. A loose touch there by Miller, but he is able to make up for it, keep the ball. There'll be 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's an incisive pass and another great sliding intervention from Callum Stretch. Doling delivered into Miller. Akale unable to find a way through. Fonseca, spellbinding skill from him. Advantage played, Steedman can't do anything with it. Testing the far flank now. Spokane with complete custody of the ball, nearing 60% possession share. Over the head of Doling. Walduck presents himself down the line. Now Heel. Ball came in a little bit too hot, but kept with Spokane. Akale and Miller. Andre Miller left for Walduck. Walduck cues a shot. Rebound to Miller. Andre Miller squaring, and that's a goal back. Luis Heel arrives and defies the defense. His team best 7th goal in all competitions. And how big that goal might be.
In first half, stoppage time, goal scored for Spokane Velocity FC, number 10.
Spokane, something to lift their head about into the dressing room, as a stoppage time goal makes the task a little bit more manageable in the second half. Just a really unfortunate rebound that fell right to Miller, who picked out his pass perfectly. Got the defense to commit, overextend that little bit, and that left Luis Heel absolutely unmarked just inside the penalty spot for the easiest goal he'll ever score. What's already been the most prolific goal-scoring season of Luis Heel's storied 12-year career. Another one for the shelf. And now Miller gusting away. His side emboldened. Couldn't find a way through there. Falling for Akale. Akale tests the gloves of Drew Romig this time. He answers the bell. Tormenta found that early advantage, that edge. Started fast out of the gate. Got a pair of goals, but since have been intent to sit in and really just allow Spokane to climb back into the contest. And right now it feels like Roadside hold all the cards. Smith to Jamaican Miller. Now Luis Heel rolling one in and just couldn't pass it by Drew Romig. Went for precision over power. And Tormenta just need to hear the bell this round of the fight. Not going their way on the scorecard, and that is the whistle. 1/2 in the books. It had much to offer down in Statesboro, Georgia. Quick start for the home side. Went 2-0 up by way of Pedro Fonseca and Aaron Walker, only to be pegged back in stoppage time by Louis Heel. And that is where we sit. Halftime coverage coming up. As again, 2-1 between Spokane Velocity and South Georgia Tormenta. Sparks flying on this Sunday matinee in the Peach State. We'll be back in a moment, folks.
Do you still know how to fix one of these things?
Bullock man.
I'm building a team. Are you in?
I think Blue Lightning will want to come too.
You guys looking for real speed?
Hey, smart board, when you're done fixing that, Bullock County needs your help.
I need to try it first.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
I need to try it first.
At the break in what's been a thrilling contest so far between South Georgia Tormenta and Spokane Velocity. 2-1 is where we sit here in this one. A lot of action taking place all across the league over the last weekend. We take a look back at what went down in Week 15.
Now Evan Lee with an opportunity. Lead back across. Could not find Hayden Anderson because Sean Lewis was privy to the danger. Johnson to Thomas. Ball serviced in. Caught by Garner. Signs of life offensively for Knoxville here.
And Yankum. Decent looking cross to the back stick, and it's bashed in. Azad Liadi opening the scoring for Lexington. Taking on Lou Young, low cross, falls for Bill Hart, space to shoot, and finishes. Adrian Billhart with his 5th league goal of the year, and right after the restart, Richmond's level. Into the side in the championship has been terrific. Here's a cross into Diouf. It's an instant reply. Lexington immediately with the response, and they're right back in front just a minute later. And it is that man once again, Ates Diouf at the...
Mold. Rendon already getting it behind, firing an early cross to the back post, and it's a dream start. Billy King at the back post gives Northern Colorado the lead in the 2nd minute. And the undefeated streak at home comes to an end. Northern Colorado with the 1-0 win at Bree Stevens Field. A big win on the road for head coach Eamon Zayed and company as they continue to charge up the table.
The red card is out. Off to the races is Pedro Hernandez. Slipped through, hit towards goal, and my goodness, that has trickled over the line. The Wolves are howling in Omaha. In pursuit, still Lagos Kunga, wriggling away, laid back, and stabbed out of the path of danger.
To Obertan, can he get there? Good run, Obregon Jr. Obertan to Obregon. And the Jacks strike first. Allowed a big second half. Attempting to limit the damage tonight. Quick touch, score! Josh Doling capitalizes inside the box. And a yellow card has been shown to Ahmed Longmire. Obregon Jr. A brace in the books for the star striker of the Jacks. Kale deciding to go right up through the middle. A shot! Wow! Masango Akali! The dynamic player he is, ties this one in the second half. Lewis, Obertan running into the box, has a shot. Gabriel Obertan! The outcome of this match. Johnson settles it down. Shot, top of the net. Joel Johnson. And it's a 4-2 lead for Charlotte.
For other players to step up as Pedro Fonseca enters the 18. Fonseca takes a shot and scores. Tormenta breakthrough early. Gets that one out while he's falling. Mariona takes the shot, deflects, it's in. Test your luck. And sometimes it'll break through for you. This one slipping through for Vivas. Sebastian Vivas! The flag stays down, and the visitors have reclaimed the lead. Midense curls this one in, and the header comes down. Oh, that is a work of art. Acha Isayaya rises highest. Slips that one through. Siobhan John Brown plays it across goal! And it's a walk-in finish! Central Valley Fuego lead.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
A look at some of the news and notes from around the league, and it starts right here in Statesboro. Nick Akoto, that major transfer over to Burton Albion and entering the English footballing pyramid. He got off to a great start, was able to get an assist in his debut, and all smiles for Nick Akoto. Some new faces in Charlotte as the announcement of a new player through the door, Dustin Correa, and that was announced last Thursday. And USL players in the Olympics as Edison Azcona represents the Dominican Republic, Riley Bidwa for New Zealand, also in Paris for the Olympic Games. Plenty going on in the USL League One as we move along to the team of the week. And in the USL League One, as action continues, you see some familiar faces in this one, namely Sebastian Vivas for South Georgia Tormenta, providing the assist today already. Masango Akali also getting into that team of the week here in week 15 this past week in this USL League One regular season, starting to find some flow and regularity in the schedule so far. at this point in the year. There's been so much Jägermeister Cup action, but back-to-back USL League One match weeks. Scott McKenzie for Chattanooga Red Wolves getting the Coach of the Week this past week after an excellent performance on the road from Red Wolves as they went and took points off Union Omaha. Here are the scores from this week as those games were all played yesterday. This one was supposed to be played yesterday as well, but delayed because of rain. Chattanooga Red Wolves can't keep up the good form as they fall 2-1 to the Central Valley Fuego side that's starting to get hot. They beat this South Georgia Tormenta team last week, and they continue with a consecutive win in that game against Chattanooga. The one that everybody had their attention on, Union Omaha and Forward Madison, ends 2-2. Forward Madison breakthrough with a late equalizer there to get a point on the road. A look now at the field here in Statesboro. Kids on hand. This is packed out pretty nicely for this rescheduled game between South Georgia Tormenta and Spokane Velocity. Again, 2-1 at the break, coming back here in a moment. The second half coming closer here in Statesboro.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be to save Bullock County from slow internet. To do so, you must recruit an exceptional tech team. They must be fast, reliable, and absolutely fearless. Time is of the essence. Bullock's internet is dependent on your success.
I need to try it first.
At Savannah Hilton Head International, you can choose from 11 different airlines, including Southwest Airlines, Breeze Airways, and Avelo Airlines. With up to 70 daily nonstop departures and over 30 nonstop destinations, Savannah Hilton Head International gives you more choices for a travel plan that fits your needs. Savannah Hilton Head International. Visit flysav.com.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Welcoming you back to Statesboro, Georgia on this Sunday make-up contest between South Georgia Tormenta and Spokane Velocity. Happy to have you with us, folks. I'm Peyton Gallagher, and here's how the first half looked as it sits at 2-1. It was a sizzling start from South Georgia as they got out of the blocks quickly, starting things off in the 13th minute. Sitting there to pick up the pieces. A shot from distance from Aaron Walker pierces the target. It's a bullseye from the Georgia native growing up in Woodstock. Just signed with the club a couple weeks ago and already making an impact. And only moments later, on the front foot again, it was South Georgia Tormenta. Great link-up play between the two marquee men in this side. It was Vivas and then it was Fonseca. And that doubled the advantage in the early going, as that is a pristine delivery into a perfect header from Pedro Fonseca. Later on, though, Spokane was able to cash in some momentum as that rebound fell perfectly for Andre Lewis to move the ball into the center of the park and have it stabbed home by Louis Heel. just an unlucky break, but pressure bursts pipes, and that was the case for Spokane Velocity. As here is the tail of the tape in terms of the stats. 4 shots on target for each team. That possession share, obviously, much so in the favor of Spokane Velocity. That plays into how the sides like to play, but also the game state, as Spokane were chasing for most of that first half. 10 shots so far for Spokane, 6 for South Georgia Tormenta, but the threat has virtually dried up for Ian Cameron and company. See if they can't reestablish that quickly to start this second half. Only 1 yellow card for each side so far. Getting closer and closer to the second half kickoff. Both these teams need a result in a big way, both in somewhat stalling form coming into this game, as live action looks like it's about ready to get kicked off again in the second frame between South Georgia Tormenta and Spokane Velocity. Ball back in the center circle. Looks like we're ready to get this thing going again. Plenty of intrigue entering this second half. First frame did a good job to set the table, to set the terms of what could be a convincing and convicted second 45. Could be a statement to make by Spokane to come back from 2-0 down on the road. For South Georgia Tormenta, crucial to pocket all 3 points and stay above the playoff line right at the middle way point of this 2024 season. And we are off in the second half. Again, it just felt like South Georgia slackened the grip a little bit over the last 25 minutes or so of that first half of action. See if they can't grab hold again early. Cameron Miller. It was a system change for Spokane Velocity. They've been a 3-back team for the last couple months, shifting to that 4-back system without Ahmed Longmire available for selection. Would be remiss to say that Spokane have certainly dealt with their share of injuries throughout the year to crucial players in the team. Roman Metanere missing significant time. He was counted on to be a central figure in that defensive shape this season, the first year of Spokane Velocity's operation. Morgan Hackworth has also missed significant time with injury, as well as Pierre Reedy. Down the line it goes. Poked into the middle by Rivas. Handled by Spangler and spun wide. Ramos. Steedman again. Burst into the box and over the toes of Niall Watson. Velocity side making the long track down into the peak state for this game. The longest they'll have to travel at any point this season, just over 2,500 miles. Kermarny Smith cutting away. Daggering a ball into the box, nutted away at the near post. Martin Heel. And once more resolute in front of goal, South Georgia Tormenta. The Spokane side, though, will travel a total of over 13,000 miles this season, one of the only West Coast teams having to stay in the state of Georgia an extra day with that rain delay yesterday, pushing this one to a Sunday contest. Ball in. Off the head of Heel in the center. And just skimming out of play as he never got full purchase.
Well done. Hey, press from the man, Josh, to your left.
That's the third or fourth time we've seen Luis Heel being the one who rises to get ahead on the ball in the box. Impressive as he stands only 5'9". Foul awarded.
Sango, face the ball, switch on. Jack, face the ball, switch on. Hey. Split him, Sango.
Bounding right into the grasp of Brooks Thompson. And keen to get on the ball, Jack Denton. Slides away from a tackle or two and on to Smith. Options available. Martin Heel presents himself down the line. Smith never gets the ball to him. Pinched out of play by Pedro Fonseca. And some discontent at the touchline as Lee Veidman wants clarification on something.
You know, that's why you're not saying anything. Come on, come on, come on.
And it looks like the throw-in actually belongs to South Georgia Tormenta. Overheaded kick. What skill that is by Heel. Aaron Walker had seen enough. Sango Akali's not had much joy. He's been well defended throughout the course of this one. Again, the brother of Mukwele Akali now plying his trade with New Mexico United in the USL Championship, a player that featured strongly in the South Georgia side the last couple of years for Ian Cameron. Mukwele with 24 starts in his 2 years in Statesboro. Part of that 2022 title-winning side. 11 goals and 4 assists in all competitions for him, and I'm sure he's watching. His brother was a player that, you know, Ian Cameron had a laugh about. Said that should have maybe been a little bit more interested in signing him too. Says he's a lot like his brother. Headed away. On the turn, Vivas. And whistled dead. I believe Vivas may have been offside there. Ball into the feet of Javier Martin Heel. Shifted forward by Lodge. And swung down the line, and Spangler getting involved again. And a poor ball behind Walker. And leaking out. Now Doling. Numbers arriving. Smith. And it never gets there. Well covered by Preston Kilwine.
Yeah, can you swing that lens out of my shot? Thank you.
Get the first guy, Luis, over the first guy. Let's go, Cam, let's go, Cello.
Set piece on the docket. Luis Heel already cut into the deficit with a goal of his own, now trying to provide off the head in the box, as rising high for that. Looks like up amongst it was Cameron Miller. Just deflected off his forehead and out. That was a real chance.
Cycling it again. Nothing. It's good.
Bounding wide, Walker.
Blow it up. Yes, Andre.
And they can't connect the dots. Tight spaces in midfield. And breezing away, gliding forward is Jack Denton.
What is the speed on this?
Jarred wide. A collision on the far touchline and foul given.
No, dude. It won't go anywhere. It just...
Spokane continuing to probe and poke and make life uncomfortable for South Georgia Tormenta.
If you get it working again, try running it and see what happens. Because every time it just locks up. Every time I push in or something. Watch out.
Set to serve the set piece in.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be Waldeck and Louis Heel over top. A two-man barricade. Good ball in and off the head again of Cameron Miller.
It's going really slow as well. I mean, it's just bunching.
And once more, it's close, but not quite close enough for Spokane Velocity. On the front foot, though, just altering the equation enough was Preston Kilwine. Actually, check that, may have been Jake Dangler coming in. That's a good ball, well weighted. Josh Doling has a go and guides his side back to level ground.
I mean, that wasn't left out. That went into a case.
It's the big man, Josh Doling.
In the 56th minute of play, goal scored by Spokane.
Back-to-back games with a goal. As you just see, a blinding ball in behind. And to finish that left little doubt. As Drew Romig left himself a little open at the near post. Fourth goal of the year for Josh Doling, a man who had a lot placed on his shoulders, the first number 9 in Spokane Velocity history. And starting to find the range. 2-0 down, 2-2 tied, and we start again in the 57th minute. And where do Tormenta go from here?
Nothing changes.
You hear the calming advice of the manager, Ian Cameron, saying nothing changes now. And trying to live up to that mantra. Here come Tormenta. And away by Denton, down by Doling. Maybe a little bit mishit on that ball wide, but it works out. Smith. Options available, picking out Martin Heel. Louis Hill and Doling carving away. Once more, Josh Doling. This time it's blocked. In the ascendancy, Spokane Velocity. Moving it centrally. Now it's Heel, softening first touch and banged away by Callum Stretch.
Yeah.
And over the line.
Canned air help you?
Sorry?
Some canned air?
I'm going to let him. He said the whole lot. He said to back off for a minute. He's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to make a phone call or something and ask somebody something. So.
This is a Tormenta side that have already dropped 6 points from winning positions this year. Third most in the league, and it looks like things don't change quickly. It will be at least 1 point dropped in this one.
I'm waiting for him.
If they can't switch on with the quickness, it could be even more.
Might have some. It's been a while, so not
Steedman.
for sure it's there, but
What, you saying in your car?
but I think it's in the trunk of my
They've just
car.
struggled, Tormenta, to get a foot on the ball. That's what they're doing right here. Exactly that, in fact. And here they come. Josh Ramos. His cross is blocked out.
You might want to disconnect.
Looked like it may have been Doling tucking all the way in and shielding that one away.
Because they can burn that motor up, may have already.
Nearing the hour mark. Steedman on the half turn. Tidy passing. Fonseca funneled wide, running onto it. Ramos. Back post ball. Carries away. And knocked over the end line by Kermarny Smith. It's a corner kick. That headed goal from Pedro Fonseca, the first headed allowance by Spokane Velocity all year long. They were the only team in the division that could say that coming into this game. Now Tormenta would like to put a second tally in that column here. In need of uplift, thrust into the box from Daniel Steedman. It's a great ball, and it's an even better hit. Jake Dangler arrows it in. Rising above the rest and turning the tie on its head again. 2-0, 2-2, 3-2. Fireworks with the sun still out on this Sunday matinee. That was swerved in with conviction from the flag by Steedman. And all Dangler had to do at that point was apply the finishing touch. And it carries us right into the hydration break. A resilient response from South Georgia Tormenta, who have had a little less than a word in the recent stages of this game. And I actually beg your pardon, it doesn't look like there will be a stoppage of play here for hydration. Had one in the first half, maybe putting the cart before the horse there, as players came to get a swig of water after the goal at the hour mark. And Spokane right back to work. They've already shown themselves they can come back from a hole that they've dug. Would certainly not require much imagination to see them finding a way back into this one. That goal that just arrived, rather I should say South Georgia Tormenta coming across the face of goal and against the run of play. But maybe some momentum for the home side now.
Ready, Manny, ready, anticipate.
Dangler.
Yes, let's go.
Pressure descending on the ball. Fonseca, right back to Vivas, stayed onside. Vivas sharpening the blade. Into the center, Steedman, worked wide. Ramos. Cross is blunted. That is stamped out of play. A great tackle from Ajmer Spangler. And it looks like there's going to be a whole raft of changes for South Georgia Tormenta coming up. And it looks like those substitutions might be being made right now. We're told it will be 4. Now Watson will replace Austin, rather I should say, will be replaced by Austin Wenner.
No, I'm sorry,
Wide attacking player Jackson Curry coming on, as well as Tavio De Almeida and Connor Doyle, who's been a regular fixture in the starting 11 for South Georgia Tormenta this year with 13 starts. Tapped for some mop-up duty today. Player that's got a wide passing range and likes to get on the ball deep.
Entering the match, number 15,
De Almeida
leading the match, number 7, Niall
onto the field as well, as Steedman is one of those players revoked.
Number 30, Connor Doyle. Leading the match, number 8, Daniel Steedman. Entering the match, number 11,
De Almeida, who did not see the field at all against Central Valley Fuego, was the first time that was the case in 7 games, getting a run out for the last half hour. See if this brings about a change in shape at all from South Georgia Tormenta.
Tavio De Almeida leading the match, number
South Georgia have used the most substitutions in the league so far this year, at least in league play. 69 so far on the season made coming into the game, and only 14 games.
A little more than a week ago, drove right by their stadium. Yeah, the guys are playing.
Moved wide. Javier Martin Heel pushing one up. Doling didn't quite get that right, and it came off his hand. Spokane will answer those changes from South Georgia Tormenta with 2 of their own. Zongo Akali, his day is done. Failed to find the pocket, really find that beat in this game, just had little impacts. Replaced by Ariel Mumba. Azriel Gonzalez also injected into the game for Kermani Smith, so a changing of the wide players for Lee Wiedemann, trying to get some life into this attacking outfit.
Entering the match, number 24, Azriel Gonzalez. For number 17, Kermani Smith.
Header trickles into the path of Vivas. Down the line it goes. First touch for Jackson Curry. Unable to thread his cross in. Azriel Gonzalez. Player that was teammates last year with both Marcelo Lodge and Josh Doling at Las Vegas Lights. Doling on loan from New Mexico United for some time with the team from Las Vegas. Lodge. Javier Martin Heel.
Hey, Keith?
Yeah.
Are you stuck all the way in or all the way out?
All the way in.
Miller with a foot through it. Now Lewis.
So you can still do some tight fall on the far side.
I can't do any tight fall. I'm stuck all the way in. I can't.
And Lodge. And lunging down the line. It's Mumba.
It's not. Look. That's not usable.
Still Mumba.
Way too tight.
Heel. And the final pass just going awry.
It wasn't going in that
Couldn't set Doling free.
at the start of the game. Now it's going all the way in.
Far flank. Derek Waldeck. And Lodge again. Once more, it's South Georgia Tormenta bunkering. Trying to dig in, defend their goal, defend their lead. Back heel flick from Louis Heel, and although there was a little mischief in that, couldn't locate Doling in behind. Onto it again is Spokane. Doling digs it out. Mumba. De Almeida thumps in with a tackle and away to winner. Well picked pass, Jackson Curry. Doyle. Every time Fonseca's been on the ball, it feels like good things have happened. It's just been tough to get the ball to him. Mumba stretches to pluck it back. And that skids away from Doling.
Organize, next one.
Looks like De Almeida is playing in a deeper role, almost as a true 6 in this midfield. Callum stretching the field. It's Vivas onto it. Sebastian Vivas forces a save out of Brooks Thompson. And cometh the 70th minute. It's another corner kick. We know what happened the last time South Georgia looked in from the flag.
Get everybody up and then do it.
Honors belonging to Connor Doyle, an outswinger on tap. Ball in, low and driven hard, tapped on, a miraculous save. Brooks Thompson takes it off the line. A first header by Jake Dangler, who was looking for a brace, and then a knock on from Sebastian Vivas, and just a absolutely phenomenal piece of reactive goalkeeping. As Brooks Thompson keeps it from having the lead growing. Wenner dives in and just ducked out of touch.
All right, fans, that's another corner kick. Let that thunder roll.
And big Jake Dangler makes the long walk to cast his threatening stare once more on the goal. Swept in at the near post. Just guided away. De Almeida tapped on by Wenner and somehow rainbowed that up and over the frame. How on earth did that one stay out? A look back at it as that ball came in. Just got knocked away and fell nicely for De Almeida, who mishit it. It turned into a great pass, though, as Wenner came in unmarked and just was unable somehow, some way, to put that on target with the goal gaping. No matter now. Fonseca latched on, but plowed the pass right by Wenner. Louis Hill. Flashed wide. Javier Martin Hill now. And down the line, Mumba. He gets his feet taken out from underneath him, and foul is given. Cards out of the pocket. Going to be shown to Preston Kilwine. His 5th caution, all competitions.
Issued to Tormenta FC number 23, Preston Kilwine.
Kilwine doing well today as a makeshift left back. We've seen him deployed more centrally throughout the course of the year. Whether it's in a back three or a back four. Free kick for Spokane. Served in. Well hit ball. Just about dealt with. Takes a glance off heel. All the way back to Brooks Thompson. And there is a hydration break. Much tumult for both sides as the scene is set for the final 15 minutes or so. 3-2 is the score. Spokane Velocity were 2-1 down at the break. They were 2-0 down in the first half. Found a way back, leveled the contest at 2-2 by way of Josh Doling, only for it to have it taken right back. A towering header from Jake Dangler. Made it 3-2. It easily, actually, in fact, could have been 4-2 as later on another corner kick, Sebastian Vivas had a great look at goal, only to have it saved by Brooks Thompson. Spokane offering plenty of bite, though, to get one back and get it back to 3-3. It's been a hectic contest so far. It always was going to be, as this game was supposed to be played last night. Was on standby for several hours. These players probably didn't get back in their own beds until late last evening, and had to come back to the ground early in the morning. Again, Spokane Velocity made that long journey across the country to play this game, and they were gonna get what they came for by hook or by crook, rescheduled to this early Sunday kickoff. Players starting to trickle back to the field of play. The task in front very clear for both sides. Well defined for South Georgia Tormenta. These 3 points would be invaluable. Keep them inside the playoff line for now. For Spokane Velocity, you have to find it within yourself to dig deep once more. Find that moment of invention, that moment of clarity to get the equalizer again and see if you can't chase on and maybe win this thing. And it looks like we're locked and loaded again. See if there are any tweaks in terms of the shape and the tactics into this final stanza. Azriel Gonzalez. Walking the ball up the line now, Waldeck. And on to Andre Lewis. Lewis has been starved for touches in this half. Plays a well-weighted pass wide. Doling has a whack. What's the word? Is it a corner kick? Yes, it is.
And your shot?
It belongs to Louis Heel. In by Heel. Falling at the feet of Doling. Lewis skipping around the box. Doling, what a save! That was belted at goal. But foiled by Drew Romick. Wrists of solid steel there, as he absolutely ate that shot up. That was scolding off the foot of Josh Doling, and he cannot believe that that did not find the back of the net. Nonetheless, they go again. Swept in. Romig was late for that. Luckily, the ball taken up and over the goal. That was an area in which Ian Cameron felt Drew Romig needed to make some improvements commanding the box, something that Ford Parker certainly excels in. That was a nervy bit of goalkeeping on the back of a moment of sheer brilliance from the man in pink. Slicing downfield. Wenner, a nifty touch from him. He might reach this. Wenner just can't quite keep it on. Firmly playing as a central 9 with Vivas off to the left. Looks like more of a 4-3-3 in possession, a 4-4-2 out of possession right now for South Georgia Tormenta. Engaging the ball just inside the midfield line. Andre Lewis waits to pick out Azriel Gonzalez, who cuts in. Waldeck. That just looked a little bit off. Looks like it's going to be a drop ball. May have struck the official, something to that effect. That's a clever pass. Doling circling into the corner. Unable to spot though Jack Denton. Still there, Doling. Mumba. And now Lewis. Just trying to twist himself free. Still Lewis. A snaking mazy dribble. Shadowed all the way by Dialmada. What a touch. Luis Heel and Doling. And Heel. And some cries for penalty. Doesn't look like they're going to be heard. And a throw in to come. Some controversy there. Looked like Heel did absorb some contact in the area. Gonzalez. Spokane in need of inspiration. On the turn, Denton. South Georgia waiting their moment to apply the pressure, trying to stay in front of the ball. Lewis, that's a good pass. Javier Martin Heel. This time it's Mumba. Gonzalez. Spokane insistent on poking and prodding. Marcelo Lage shaping a pass inside. Azriel Gonzalez cutting away. Gonzalez just guiding it wide. Set that ball well on his left foot and had a look at goal. And it looks like a change is to be made.
Well done, boys. Well done. Keep plugging away. Well done. Jack, just skip down and get it here, all right?
Fonseca set to come off. Al Sadiq Hassan looks the one tapped.
4th minute of play, 1 substitution for Tormenta FC.
An attacking midfielder.
Entering the match, number 5, Al-Sadiq Hassan.
Off to be replaced by a wide defender.
Pedro Fonseca.
Flung away. Onto it quickly. Hassan. And crowded out as the whistle goes. Lodge picks out Denton. South Georgia Tormenta with white knuckles clinging to the ledge, trying to preserve all 3 points. Turned wide to Waldeck. He goes early with the ball in. Doling taking it down, waiting on options. It's Hill. Luis Hill set for Lewis. And just jarring wide to take a touch. Yes, it did. Corner kick. Here's a look back at a piece of fine goalkeeping, or rather, this miss from Azriel Gonzalez at the top of the box. Roaming not asked to intervene there as the ball comes in. And it appears it's just carried wide. Calling all first responders, family, community, and civic organizers and organizations, Tormenta FC is hosting their Community Heroes Night on Saturday, August 17th. They want to recognize you at the match. Ensure your organization is in attendance now by going to tormentafc.com/groups to contact a representative today. Spokane on a Sunday, hoping some prayers might be answered. Down a goal here. It's Heel onto it, helping it along to Doling. Oh, what a cutback from him. Josh Doling into the box and bouncing in. Ask and you shall receive. Andre Lewis lunges in and launches it just up and over the goalkeeper. Just sublime skill from Doling and a clear touch off the boot of Josh Ramos. You wouldn't call that an own goal, I wouldn't think, as the shot was on target, but certainly helped into the back of the net. You don't blame the defender there, you gotta go full send. See if you can't find a way to block that away, but that is a soul-sucking blow there for South Georgia Tormenta. And now, what might happen? Spokane have answered the bell not once, not twice, but 3 times. But right now it looks like it's Tormenta with the wind in their sails, and they win a corner. And they have caused plenty of problems on set pieces and dead balls today.
Come on, fans, we need a goal. Here's a corner kick. Let's make some noise.
It's Connor Doyle. Jake Dangler was the man who scored on the previous corner kick, nearly had a second one, only moments later. Here it comes. And just about done away with. Back into the box, helped along. Flag may have been up. And Sebastian Vivas was the one who ran onto it. Offside never comes, and Spokane leave it in the rear view. Lifted up by Lewis. Stretch doing enough. Down the line to Curry. Whittling away on the far flank. Chalk on his boots there on the far touchline. The board about to go up into the 90th minute. A keen dummy, Al Sadiq Hassan. Wrapping to the end line, serving in. And a towering header at the near post by Marcelo Lodge and kept in the field of play. Looks like that ball got over the line. Play on, kill line, back post. And now a whistle comes in. The flag's up. And a pair of changes set to be made. 2 players were added to this roster last second. They've not trained with the team yet. We didn't expect them potentially to get a run out in this game, but here they come. It's Luke Merrill, it's Joe Schmidt, both players most recently featuring with Hartford Athletic, joined the team in Georgia, and they will get whatever stoppage time is allotted to really make a fabulous first impression, as Louis Heel is the one revoked.
Number 61, Joseph Schmidt. Leading the match, number 10, Louis Heel.
Schmidt on loan from Hartford Athletic, only 2 appearances this year. Luke Merrill also, again, featuring most recently with Hartford, the side from Connecticut, had 26 appearances last year for Hartford in the USL Championship. One more of a box-to-box midfielder, that's Joe Schmidt coming on. The other, Luke Merrill, more of a wide defender, wing-back type. And it's 6 minutes, as you saw, of stoppage time. Little ricochet there, carries it out for a throw-in. Skipped wide, plenty of space over there. On the charge is Waldeck. Through to Gonzalez, another sliding tackle put in. This time by Josh Ramos. And a whistle given on the far flank. Vivas was trying to hold it up, got pulled down. Into the middle. Dangler and wide to kill line. Launched down into the path of Wenner, who does brilliantly to keep it on, or maybe not. Thought he just about saved that, but it's a throw-in. Connecting at the back, press coming. Lewis. That's a little bit of a dangerous pass, but it works out. Evading that pressure was Jack Denton. And on goes Spokane. See if there's a winner in this for the Washingtonians. Doling. And Denton and Lewis. Winging wide. Schmidt. Other than actually Luke Merrill, who served that ball in. Schmidt in pursuit here. He sticks in and takes it out for a throw-in.
Inside, by the ref. More inside, I'm 30. Luke. Stay right here, you good. Andre, step a little bit, you good. Don't let it out.
Curry and Dale Mata with a tight turn. Shuffled high, far flank. Curry, option streaming forward. De Almeida and Curry again. Hard off the foot of Wenner. Kilwine cutting one across the sky, headed away by Miller. Chested down by Curry. Fleet feet from him to sort it out. His cross blocked. It was Merrill who played the angle, and it's a throw-in. Ebbing away in stoppage time. Held up by Winter. Prodded free. This is a dangerous game Spokane are playing, trying to play out from the back. Just shelled to the other end eventually by the veteran Andre Lewis. Tormenta. Kilwine slams a pass into the path of Winter. He's pulled down. No foul given. It's South Georgia Tormenta putting their foot on the throttle. These final stages had much of the ball since we passed into stoppage time. So smart throw toward the byline for Winter, who wins himself a corner kick.
That's a corner kick. I can't hear you.
Anticipation builds around the ground. In the final minute, in by Doyle. Fluttering to the far edge of the 18. Tormenta sent back into the box and gobbled up by Brooks Thompson. Spokane got to get going here. Martin Heel shoots it down the line. Doling holds it up. Waldeck. Lewis turning the screws. Into the center, Moomba. Moomba! And that's it. Ebbs and flows to and fro. We go all the way to the end of the line. It was 2-0, it was 2-2. Then it was 3-2, and then it was 3-3. Spokane Velocity dig themselves out more than once and salvage a point on the road in the Peach State. We step aside here in a moment. We'll come back and wrap it up when we come back.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
I need to try it first.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
I need to try it first.
Tying it all up. What to make sense of that? South Georgia Tormenta 3, Spokane Velocity 3. We were rained out yesterday, but it was worth the wait as these two sides went line to line in a frantic contest, and here's how it went. Early on in the first half, and the save of the match presented by Vision Source. It was a very nice piece of goalkeeping in a match that was filled with them by Drew Romig. Part of a wide array of highlights that took place in this game. Here's a look back at some of those. Andre Lewis skipped it into the goal off of Josh Ramos. 8 shots for each team. It was a fair balance of play. Velocity had much more of the ball, therefore had more shots, but really felt like there may not be a deserving winner for this one. Two evenly matched opponents duking it out for a little bit of supremacy and positioning as a jockey at the bottom of the playoff push right now in the USL League One. It was a fun one here on this early Sunday, getting kicked off at 11 a.m. local time. Neither side looking too sleepy though. 3-3 the final score in a firework-filled affair down deep in the heart of the South. South Georgia Tormenta and Spokane Velocity inseparable in this one. Thank you to our crew and to you for watching. Goodbye.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.